full of false praises of Tinubu, as usual, right? Listen to this.
Distinguished invited guests, distinguished sons and daughters of the land, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I give glory to God Almighty for His love, for His kindness and benevolence upon our lives, and for making this day very possible. And I pray for the peaceful repose of the souls of those who have died in the work of the security challenges on our dear state. My inestimable debt of gratitude goes to His Excellency and the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Suaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for his love and concern for the Benue people, and eminently demonstrated by his prompt visit to the state in the wake of the attack on Yeluwata community in Guma local government area of the state on the 13th day of June 2023. 2025. The President's decision to cancel other engagements of state concern to personally pay us a visit in an unquestionable demonstration of true leadership it is. We commend the efforts of all security agencies and formation in Benue State. We sincerely wish to solicit that these efforts be improved and more drastic security measures taken to confront these challenges better. The attacks on the peace-loving and good people of Benue State have persisted for well over decades. This we have cause to feel is a calculated attempt targeted at annihilating us and taking over our ancestral homes. Your Excellency, this visit of yours marks the very first time we will have the President of the nation visit us on the account of insecurity. And we believe that this will bring an end to the security challenges that have persisted against our people in this state. Your Excellency, even though our eyes are full of tears and emotional grief due to the loss of our loved ones, our
nuisance lele.
I know it seems like it's a punishment to leave you with that guy, right? So what are the people saying in all of this, because after this whole show up and all of that, right? Tinubu himself has something to say. First, he was there to remind all of us that, talking about him, criticizing him and the rest of that, doesn't really get to him, kind of. Because he said we hate him. So all of that means that we hate him. He said they hate me like hell. Koolu, they hate me like hell. When I look at the radio, when I look at the TV, then he went on to say, my political enemies. Then he was talking to earlier, advising earlier about political enemies. Your political enemies, they like that, don't mind them or something like that. So I've managed to just pick some of those nonsense, so to say. Some of those ones that you could really talk about than listening to the 32 minutes nonsense that he actually spewed. So Koolu, the man, the people of Benue, probably some people in Benue expected to come and give them motivational speech, Abi, and tell them how this whole thing will be resolved, right? No, that is not how it went. So Koolu, he just went there to say, oh yeah, I'm the president. I asked for the job, so I'll make sure I do my job. I like the part when he questioned the IG, as well as Christopher Musa. They were all there with all their team and everything since yesterday. So he questioned them that, how come no one has been arrested? Now that part in itself, if Tinubu is not really demented and all that stuff she gets, like if it's really normal, that alone will make him to call for an emergency security meeting. Like, what are you guys even doing? Yeah. Like, you mean you've not really arrested anyone? And he had to ask them in the public. And he went on as well to advise the people of Benue State to reconcile the same nonsense that he was corrected of in that same room, in that same hall, right? But he still went on to praise the same people that couldn't tell him if they've managed to arrest just one person linked to this attack. But do you know something? If you have known the pattern before now, I'm saying it now, right? Everywhere people have suffered these Fulani attacks, there is always the idea of developing a different theory to say, oh, you see these communities, they have history of clashes. So let's just say they are clashing. They are the ones clashing between themselves, not Fulani. So in order to push that, you see the communities attacked and the youth come together. They want to go after their attackers. The military will come in a few hours after the attacks and they'll start arresting those youth. Guess what? They will say those are the people who attack themselves and kill themselves. But everybody is saying, na Fulani. Those ones will now be presented as the culprit behind killing of 200 people or killing of, they will they may tell you that they've arrested 17 linked to the attack. Their media, they are all ready to say, and by the time they present these 17, their media will present them as those who committed the crime. And they have been using this pattern very well, again and again. So if you now go back and say, those people that they claim they arrested for these attacks, what happened to them? Nothing. They've released them. They just needed that moment to make you think, stop saying the Fulani terrorists. Just stop saying it's Fulani terrorists. See, now we have discovered that it's some local youth who are criminals, who are involved in kidnapping.
Not everybody will like you in politics. They hate me like hell, too. Right? Well, I'm here. I am the president. Another democratic regime. I made a promise. I even protected my abusers and accusers with the principle of democracy, freedom, and prosperity. I will protect them. Abuse me all you want. The value of life, human life, is greater than that of a cow. And it's only when you open the door for conflict that political enemy will come in. Political enemies, they don't want you to succeed. Have you just realizing that, Governor? No matter what I do, they will still abuse me. Yeah. I read paper every time and listen to television whenever I have time. Just I watch who are abusing me and what type of abuse. And learn lesson from some of the critical ones too. Because I can't see it all. And it's from the mouth of my critics that I will, oh, okay, that is what you do. I'm the president. I won't do it. I will preempt you. So you are a failure. You just spoke. Me, I'm a performer. Is to equally find a channel on radio station for Benue, work with them, so that we keep talking to each other about tolerance, the capacity to build our family as one single family. I salute those who have governed this state before, and particularly my friend, George Akume. We didn't have to come. We received a lot of yams and food stuff from him. Not dead bodies. Let us please find a way to form a committee of elders
nuisance lele.
I know. It's always going to be like I am punishing you, but I am not. It's just the reality right there staring you in the face. You know? So those of you who live in countries that actually have responsible leaders, you know, where you have the time of national tragedy, and it was that testing time for leadership of your country. They kind of like stood up, and yeah, some of you are so impressed, and you still see people condemn them like they didn't do it well, they didn't start, you know what I mean? Then you watch one charlatan, one Agbero, right? Who has no, oh, I don't want to go into that. But that Agbero became the president of Nigeria. And they are saying at a supposed condolence visit. So he was going here, it was neither here nor there and all of that stuff, but it was always about him. Let him bring political enemy in a condolence visit, talking about what really happened. We have to find a way around. We don't have to be here. My friend, I salute my friend, George Akume. And you think that's, you know, that's cringe or cringy. There is more. Put them in beats so that, you know, it won't be like I am serving you what is going to get you so kind of like worked up, right? But here, listen to this one. Still on it. Asking them, how come no one has been arrested, right? But hang on.
Not everybody will like you in politics. They hate me like hell, too. Right? Well, I'm here. I am the president. Another democratic regime. I made a promise. I even protected my abusers and accusers with the principle of democracy, freedom, and prosperity. I will protect them. Abuse me all you want. The value of life, human life, is greater than that of a cow. And it's only when you open the door for conflict that political enemy will come in. Political enemies, they don't want you to succeed. Have you just realizing that, Governor? No matter what I do, they will still abuse me. Thank you. We are going to establish a ranch. Governor, me, land here to establish a ranch. I will share the profit after you retire. We can shake off the backwardness. Yes, we can. What's key to this? Let us look at our national anthem again. A key item in it is that we want to hand over to the next generation, our children yet unborn, a banner without stain. We must work towards that. And I'm ready to work with you on that. Peace. You can't force, you can't give us what we needed, such as food sovereignty, if you continue in conflict. I've said it again and again. We are members, as Nigerians, we are members of the same family, living in the same house, but sleeping in different rooms. Whether you are a thief or you are a Joma, you are Yoruba, we have no choice but to turn this country into a nation of prosperity, unity. Fight our enemies together, not fight each other now. Governor, you get me? The yoke is on you. That's part of the problem of leadership. There's nothing. You run around. Take your lantern out, light, when there's no electricity. Move around to see those leaders. Join them. Ask them questions. To join you and find solution. When I face the question of others and butchers in Lagos, I solved the problem and I created economy out of it. Some groups send their parents, their children overseas to study, and they were able to pay school fees and build houses from what I created. Proud of that. We can turn this tragedy into economic prosperity. We can do it, and we will do it with you. If we lend ourselves to innovation, we can create wonders. Here is a successful, again, a town hall, different from Blue Bulaba.
Those are the jargon, so he went to tell them in Benue. I know, it's going to be like I intentionally punished you to listen to all of that. No, I didn't. I didn't punish you. I just wanted to see the life of Nigeria outside. So he will build ranch in Benue. That's why he's telling them, we'll build ranch. Ranch for who? Ranch for the Fulani terrorists. On whose land? On the land of, on the lands of the TVs, the Jukons, the Berums, and all of them there. On their land, of course. Then he said he solved farmers' others clashes in Lagos. You see? Arangota and Sonny. Farmers' others clashes in Lagos, and he created economic opportunity from it. People are sending their children overseas, abroad, education, from the economic opportunity are created. The Lagos Aboba coups.